what's up? I want to talk to you today about rear-facing action cameras, and I have added one to my setup, and I think it adds a great dimension. So I want to talk about my setup and exactly why you might want to add a rear-facing action camera. As you can see here, this is the way I integrated into the video. Basically, the small screen is looking aft on my bike. So here's the setup that I purchased. This small little aluminum bracket. This camera, I'm not sure what the weight of the bracket is, but it's very light. It's constructed out of aluminum. I got this one because it's pretty sleek. Even if you don't have a camera in there, you don't even notice that it's in there. There's a view looking from the bottom up to the saddle. You'll see exactly how it mounts. Just 2 screws are all that's required that just clip it on the rails of the seat, and so pretty much can forget the thing is even there. You remove the camera off of it, or you can take the bracket off if you don't want it there while you're not using it. So I got this one because I just wanted I didn't want anything that bulky that stuck out. I wanted something sleek. I wanted something that was out of the way, that you could just set and forget that you even had a camera on your bike, and that is exactly what this one does. So I'll take you to the link on Amazon, or at least show you the model. I purchased it off to Amazon. It was $10.69 or so for this, and I've only used it this one ride, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the results. So you can see here I have my main camera pointing forward, and I've synchronized all my my data just like I usually do. But then in addition to sort of doing that, I also have my camera now that's pointing aft, that's mounted to that bracket, sort of showing you what's going on behind me. And now there's absolutely nothing going on behind me because there's nobody behind me. But you can see as I go to pass somebody, you can see that it shows up in the rear frame. So pretty useful for videos. And there's a squirrel right there. Watch out, guys. Oh yeah. All right. So here's the action camera. However you say that, Mekingstudio aluminum bike saddle rail seat mount holder. Good job with the short name. That's what I got. It's simple. It works. It's very light and very effective. So again, it took me 30 seconds to install it. You simply have to pull those 2 screws out. You place it between the rails, tighten up the 2 screws, and then you basically got a mount that's ready for your GoPro. Okay, so I went out today on a ride and basically just wanted to kind of show you guys a little bit about how the rear-facing camera worked. It was a GoPro Hero Session facing aft and a GoPro Hero Session 5 pointing forward. So the forward camera is using the 4K settings. The aft-facing camera is using the 1080 resolution. Both cameras are obviously are great cameras. I can talk a little bit. I'll maybe do some future videos about how some of the other technology involved and how I turn the cameras on and off and synchronize and do the video and all that. But for today, I just kind of want to show you performance-wise. I couldn't be happier with how secure the camera was. No, it doesn't shake, it doesn't rattle, it just stays there. You don't know it's on the bike. And what I hope you see here is as we go to some of the later end of the ride, you'll be able to see exactly why it's useful to have a rear-facing camera. Hopefully everything's not always happening in front of you. Sometimes things happen behind you, and I think it adds just another dimension to the video. Okay, so here we go. We'll switch over and I'll just show you guys a little bit of the video where perhaps at least one rider who's riding behind me. I think there's 4 of us riding together, so I'm third here, and pretty easy ride for the most part. The road, but you can see when I pull these 2 videos in to the software I use, since I start and stop the GoPro using the GoPro remote simultaneously, really the videos are already synced up. So all I have to do is just kind of drag them on top of each other, and it's already showing, already syncing up, so I don't have to do a lot of editing to get this relationship between the two cameras correct. Okay, so not a lot of action for the action cam so far, but I did want to show you just a little bit about, kind of how it is useful to have this rear-facing camera, and sort of some of the benefits of what it could add to your video if you're doing a race or a group ride. Very good. I also used it just to take pictures. A lot of times if you just have a forward-facing camera, you don't get everybody's best side when you're taking pictures. So the rear-facing camera does a good job of taking some pictures of out riding with friends. You can get some good pictures of everybody. But for the most part, what I want it for is for situations where there's going to be some racing involved or something like that. So just to kind of get a feel for it, I'll show you guys as we near the end of the road. We get to a section where we're gonna race. My plan here is to just kind of build a little artificial gap, and then sort of surprise them, accelerate around really quickly so that I get an initial gap, so they can't just hold my wheel, and try to just pull away. So if they're going to catch me, they're going to have to do it without drafting. So you'll see here in just a second, I'm going to really lay the power down. Here we go. Sees me come around. He picks up, topped out at 1150 watts. Can't hold that very long, but it's enough. If you look in that aft camera, you can see the gap is just opened up. So he's going to reel me in, but he's going to reel me in without any help from me, which is exactly what I want. So hopefully by the time he catches me, he's going to be gassed. And two of the guys didn't come, and then you can see here all this action developing behind me. If you just have the front camera, it's pretty boring, but what's going on behind here is I'm getting reeled in, and it's really, really close. So it was a great opportunity to just show you guys how the action camera can add a lot to your video. In the forward, he tries to come around there, and I'm just giving it everything I got here. The yellow signs are sort of our makeshift finish line, and looks like I was able to hold them off. So it was great, really cool ride, and just a good opportunity to kind of show you, play around with the rear camera and see it in action. So I was really happy overall with how everything was able to sync together, with how the video turned out. And if you have any questions, be sure to leave me some comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. So thanks for watching.